My previous experience with drawing lessons is very limited, really. One year, about 10 years ago, my kids bought me some lessons at a TAFE program, and this is a program that ran for 5 Saturdays, over a 5-week period. And the difference there was that we were just thrown in the deep end, and there was very little demonstration which we could use as a model and draw on. It was okay. This is the task. So this differs very significantly to the way Karen teaches. So she will provide an example of what she's wanting to do, and so this is going to be the task for the next 2 hours. She will then provide an opportunity for us to view a demonstration if we need that support. That's her demonstrating the exercise, and her instructions were always very, very clear, so you understood what it was that you were supposed to be doing, and were able to then apply that to a particular exercise. This is interesting. So as you can see, I'm an older person, and there is this bullshit line that you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Well, this old dog is learning stuff. So I find drawing very, very stimulating. There's always something to learn, and my development as a drawer is something I get a great satisfaction from. So I find it very, very stimulating, intellectually stimulating. And I find myself looking at drawings if I go to a gallery or paintings and see how people are constructing their drawings and learn from that. So it provides me with insights in my viewing of drawings that I wasn't able to bring to shows at galleries and so on. So it's a fantastic a skill to be engaged in, or a craft to be engaged in, and it's portable. So you don't need very much, a pencil and a pad really, and a bit of time where you can just sit and have a crack. So I always thought that that art was about an innate talent and people expressing this innate ability, but I've since learned that it's a lot of work and a lot of skill development. Of course, there are those that set apart from everyone else who've got this innate insight, but there's a lot of work is involved in developing those skill sets. So I've got years and years of catching up to do. Before I started classes with Karen, I always got stuck on the minutiae. That meant it was always hard to finish, whether it was a landscape or a tree or a still life. So it made it overwhelming for me, and meant that it was difficult for me to start and difficult to finish. The other thing was that I was always very self-critical, and this made me give up. So if I did a piece, I would then stop, and there'd be a great gap between me starting again. So I didn't understand things about framing a piece, whether that was still life or a landscape. I didn't understand the application of relative proportions, and I didn't know about mark making. All of these things are things that I've learned since taking lessons with Karen.